Arsenal Theory here, and I really don't want to make this video. I feel dejected. Just watched West Ham 2, Arsenal 2, and I don't know how I'm going to get over this. Don't really want to make this video, but I need to get it done and try and move on with the rest of the weekend. All too predictable. This is exactly why I don't think we've got what it takes to win the league this year. Just too much inexperience and complacency. We cruised to a 2-0 lead in complete control. West Ham just not in the game at all. Crowd quiet. It was kind of like the opening at Anfield, to be honest. And we just kind of switched off a bit. And then just one moment in midfield where Thomas Partey just got complacent. Declan Rice nicked the ball off him. The West Ham striker actually loses control of the ball, and Gabriel just lunges in and gives a penalty away, and the whole thing just changes on its head. All the big moments went against us today, and we really only have ourselves to blame. And I hope no one comes out and starts trying to blame like refs and officials and all that kind of nonsense. It's just completely our own fault. Second big turning point, we managed to get to half time at 2-1 because I was worried they were going to get an equaliser just before half time, and then we get a penalty, chance to go 3-1 up, and Saka puts it wide. What can you do? And we just kind of crumbled after that, really. And then West Ham equalised a few minutes after that. So the penalty miss is really unfortunate, but it has cost us. And it sounds harsh, but Saka is to blame for that. I mean, he's probably one of our best players, but regardless of how old he is, and he's one of our own, that's cost us 3 points today, I believe. I think we go 3-1 up and the game's kind of over. But then I suppose you could throw the same at Thomas Partey as well. If he doesn't, get lazy and let Rice nick the ball off him, and if Gabriel doesn't lunge in, then we'll probably see the game out. So I would hold Gabriel, Thomas Partey and Saka are all kind of equally responsible, and I think Saka will understand that as well. I don't think he'll be like, "Oh, it's not my fault, we drew the game." I think he'll understand that, that penalty miss was really, really crucial. I thought he was lucky to see the game out, to be honest. I'm surprised Mikel didn't take him off instead of taking off like Martinelli and Jesus. So great weekend for City. I've just gone from a real big high from yesterday after the results with Spurs and Chelsea to just complete dejection now. I've got to make the Sunday dinner for everyone. Really don't want to do it. But what can you do? Like I said, it's just, I don't know if it's weak mentality or just inexperience, but we don't kill teams. Like Man City kill teams. They kill it. When their food's dying, they just finish it off. We don't. We just kind of play with it like a cat toys with a mouse. We kind of sort of mess around with it, let it run around a bit, and then it comes back and bites us, and we kind of wonder why did that happen. Mikel made some substitutions. I thought bringing on Jorginho for Partey did kind of make a difference. I was surprised Partey actually came out for the second half because he was yellow carded. I'd have thought he wouldn't have risked him, but hey ho. I got even more worried at the end because we took Tierney off. Hopefully it wasn't an injury. I didn't actually want us to go gung-ho for it at the end because West Ham were just so dangerous on their counter-attack with Antonio. We just didn't really have an answer for him. And I think we're really starting to miss Saliba as well. I don't think Holding had a terrible game, but we just lose that bit of extra composure at the back. And I think Saliba gives Gabriel an added level of confidence that he just doesn't have when Holding is next to him, unfortunately. So, look, it is what it is. I never thought we were actually going to... I did feel City were going to win the league, and obviously I still feel that now. I don't want it to be true, even though I'm wearing blue. I am a red. I really want Arsenal to do it, but that's an example there where you kind of go, that's just not going to happen to City, especially at the West Ham ground. They would just see that out and take players off and rest them, and it'd be a nice and easy 3 points. West Ham had a game midweek away in Europe as well. Just remembered that. So we've had all week to prepare for this game, and that's the performance they put in. I just don't understand why they can't do it for kind of longer than 30 minutes at a time. You know, the first half an hour at Anfield, the first half an hour today, we were just unplayable. We were incredible. Some of the best football I've ever seen us play. And then something goes against us and we just completely collapse. There's just very little... I don't know, is it a mental thing? Is it an experience thing? It's probably a mixture of all of that. But it's our experienced players that kind of messed it up today. Gabriel and Partey are two of our best, most experienced players, and they were the ones that let West Ham back into it. So you kind of think, well, and against Anfield, it was Xhaka who kind of went in on Trent and got the crowd up and running, and the rest was kind of history there as well. So, oh man, this just sucks. It just sucks. I really hate it. I really, really hate it. I wish football didn't do this to me. It's games like that where you watch it and you go, what am I doing? You know, I wish I was into something else like fishing or, I don't know, whatever, biking or something. But I'm not. So now I've just got to try and not show that weak mentality that the team did and get on with the rest of the weekend. And we need to forget about the City game. We've got Southampton before that, I think, and we just have to make sure we get the 3 points. And it's just going to be horrible to watch the rest of our season unfold how I deep down feel it's going to unfold, which is, you know, City are probably going to turn us over and we'll probably draw a couple of games here and there and we'll kind of whimper to second, and people were going, oh, well, you know, at the beginning you kind of, you know, you just wanted Champions League, you weren't really expected to win the league and we'll pat ourselves on the back. But that's just bullshit to me. You don't get into this position and then throw it away, because we don't know when we're next going to be in this kind of situation. Could be another 20 years for all we know. People thinking, oh, you know, we'll come back next year. We don't know what's going to happen. No one's got any idea what's going to happen. And so many teams this year have been poor. You know, Liverpool have been poor, Chelsea have been poor. United, you know, they've not been that great either, really. And so I don't think that will happen again next season. So, you know, it is what it is. It's happened. The players are going to have to pick themselves up somehow. Hopefully we can get Saliba back, but I'm not particularly confident about that. We're going to have to go to the Etihad and beat Man City now. In all likelihood, we're going to have to beat them, which we haven't done in, I don't know when we last beat them at the Etihad. I mean, it's been years. It's been years since that happened. And City are really in the groove at the moment. But like I said, nothing we can do about it now. I'll see you in the next one, and I'll just have to watch replays of Spurs and Chelsea to try and cheer myself up for the rest of the weekend. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.